Hello, Gemini. This is your love and relationship reading for January 2018. I'll cut the card shortly. The first card is a Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Star, I have Temperance, the Wheel of the Year or Wheel of Fortune. I have a Page of Wands. I have the Empress. I have a Queen of Cups. And then I have the Chariot reversed. Very interesting. Okay. So Gemini, strong major arcana, you do have the Star, optimism and hope. We have Temperance, inner peace. We have the Wheel of the Year, accepting changes in life, changes in our life cycle, changes in people, changes in situations. We have the Empress, which is a symbol of motherhood. Also, she's when she is upright and not reversed, the Empress is symbolic of a relationship. Okay, love and seduction. And then we have the Chariot, which is reversed. And the Chariot is usually associated with Cancer. And this, because this is usually the card of victory and success, personal willpower, when it's reversed, it can mean a delay. Not having power. Usually the Chariot is about being able to move through obstacles and achieve success. It seems like we're going to slow down here. There's a little bit of procrastination here. Okay. It could be personal fears, but I feel like in a relationship reading, especially since when I look at the Chariot, it's about those two forces working together to get from one place to another. I kind of feel that the way this cycle is turning out is having hope and optimism for a new beginning or a new romance, but then things slow down. An obstacle or an issue that you didn't anticipate coming up ends up showing up here. So the interesting thing here is I do get a sense of some type of good news after going through a big struggle here, after going through a lot of confusion. And it's interesting when you get this 7 and 9 of Wands, because this is someone facing obstacles in the future and being prepared. And this person is looking at obstacles from the past because the wands are behind her. Now, swords represent air. You're an air sign. There are no swords here. But that still does not mean there are certain aspects of another person's energy showing up here. the issue of how a certain situation in your love life is turning out. But when I look here at the first three cards, struggles, facing obstacles from the future and the past, learning from the past. It almost feels like, because this Seven of Swords is about facing, being prepared for a confrontation, being prepared for things that you think you might have to deal with, as far as other people, other agendas. I feel like maybe there was a little bit of an issue or problem, and it made you have to look back and say, okay, let me remember what happened last time here as far as this relationship issue. And so I feel like this 7 and 9 of Wands are presenting opportunities for you to cut through a lot of confusion. I feel like there might even be, for some of you, that breakup or that big change in the relationship or shift, and you've been adjusting. That's what I'm seeing here with the 7 and 9 of Wands. Thinking through and reflecting, but also just being on alert and being prepared, not dealing with anyone's BS again. So the star sort of brings in this new energy from the past here, hope and optimism. And then as I get here, I'm seeing a lot of positive energy here. The Wheel of the Year is about, once again, natural shifts and changes in our lives, in our cycles with people. And you don't fight those changes. You don't try to make things the way they were. When the Wheel of the Year happens, it's indicating that there's a shift, not just in your relationship, but you're going through a personal shift. You are seeing things differently. You're not doing the same things or making the same mistakes that you used to. And I feel a lot of that is because of the Wands here. And remember, Wands represent fire, and fire is a very transformative energy, because everything fire touches, it changes forever. And fire can be consuming. So that's why fire, as far as being represented by Wands, usually indicates a will, this courage or this motivation, okay, and joy and love of life. So that brings us to a Page of Wands, and that's when things really get optimistic, because I feel like some of you Geminis might be getting a really a very positive message or a positive conversation that you've been waiting to have here. I feel like with the Temperance and the Wheel of the Year, there's inner peace, there's joy, there's stability. You've gotten through a lot of difficult moments, and now you're shifting into a new direction here with the Page of Wands. And so when we look at your future, the long-term future at least, motherhood and sexuality, and this is paired with a Queen of Cups. Keep in mind, the Empress oversees all of the queens here. As far as the Empress is in charge of the material world as well, the prosperity and riches. But she's also about motherhood and family, and she represents this very strong sexual energy as well. She's a woman who is adored, and this is why the Empress is usually a major Arcana card associated with not just love, but family and being a mother and being the center of creation, because the Empress is about the nature of the goddess and this very feminine energy of creation, bringing life into the world. So there's a very good relationship energy coming here in the future, but when it's paired with that Queen of Cups as well, we're getting not just falling in love, but opening up emotionally. maybe in a new relationship, but definitely this underlying energy of being emotionally open and being attracted to someone. And so, yes, we do come to this chariot in reverse here. Things might be moving a little slowly. It doesn't mean they're not moving forward, though. Okay, it just means a little bit of a slowdown here. So let me shuffle for an outcome card. You have a Nine of Cups. This is sharing love and sharing joy. Sometimes this is interpreted as the wish card, that when this shows up, you will get what you want. But it definitely can mean contentment, happiness, having, it can mean partying, being very social, being extroverted. But more than anything, this Nine of Cups, especially since 9 is a very high number, it actually closes out a cycle here next to a 10 of Cups. But this is about being very happy in love. You're content, your relationship, there's give and take, there's a happy home, happy family. It can even mean, for some of you who are sort of in limbo with relationships, it can also mean going out a lot and sharing happy times with friends and sharing your love and sharing your affection. So I feel like there's going to be a new shift here after going through a somewhat difficult for a few weeks for some of you. A lot of drama, a lot of dramatic endings. But yet there still seems to be some hope and some joy that might lead to something bigger and better that's evolving next year. So Gemini, that was my reading. Just a reminder of my special for the month, the Grand Romany 21 card reading for $30. It's usually $50. But I'm offering a special $30 reading. You might want to check it out, tarotbyaire.com. I also have a playlist if you haven't seen my yearly predictions for 2018 for each astrological sign. Check out my playlist. Not only can you check your yearly, but you can check previous months as well to see what I saw in 2017. So thank you so much. It's always good to do these monthly readings and hear from you guys. So I hope I do get to give some of you readings. And I'm wishing you a very happy new year, lots of love and light, and I will see you on YouTube.